everyone is worried about jobs and everyone is worried about AI taking over our jobs. You have a different view on it. You believe that we have to live with machines and become as smart as them. Tell us a little about that.
See, if you are a buggy driver and then cars replace buggies, you're going to lose your job.
Yeah.
So this is not something new. Every new technology potentially can replace people. And hence, we need to figure out what are the jobs of the future, what are the skills that are required in the future, and make sure that we acquire those skills. I think that's the opportunity. You know, if I get, let's say, an opportunity to be born today, or born, let's say, 10 years back, like 20 years back, like they are, I think it's a great opportunity because the future is, has amazing opportunities. I think the next 30 years are going to be even more transformative than the past 30 years. I have lived through the computer revolution. I have seen what transformation it can create, what wealth it can create, what changes it can bring about, and I've benefited significantly from that. I think that's the opportunity I see in every one of them. They can create that future if they're ready to embrace it, if they're ready to work hard, and if they're ready to learn new skills.
One of the skills, ladies and gentlemen, is of listening. And I'm afraid that some of the people at the back are not listening, they're talking. You are going to lose out an enormous opportunity here. You're hearing one of the brightest minds in India speaking about what skills you need to learn. So it's going to be your loss. I suggest you stop speaking right now and start listening on a lighter note. What kind of jobs, what kind of reskilling do people need to do? And people of this age, one, I think, is listening, which they clearly don't have. I hope they will start now. But what are the other qualities?
So we are producing huge amount of data. You know, we are actually drowning in data.
Yeah.
Now, this data has to be used properly to create actionable information, right? And in order to do that, the use of computing, of course, is the way to do that. But the computer requires the input to be screened, curated, labeled, tagged, etc. So that's actually a skill, a capability that needs to be there. That's a job that's available now. Recently, you must have read, Facebook recruited 20,000 people just to look at pictures and say, okay, this is a good picture that can be posted on a Facebook page. So there are new kinds of such jobs are coming, developing algorithms for machine learning, creating the new chips and things like that. So that's at the top end. At the engineering level, etc., you need low power, high throughput computers. So, iPhone just came out with a new model, right? They have the A13 chip. So there's, several levels of skills, capabilities, jobs that are required. And, for example, if today somebody becomes a typist, that's a dead end,
Yes.
Right?
There's no future in that.
So that is the thing. You have to understand what are the trends and which are the trends that you need to ride on. See, I happen to be at the right place at the right time. Personal computer was introduced in 1981. 78. IBM introduced personal computer in 1981. Infosys started in 1981. I was 25. So I happened to be at the right place at the right time and rode that wave and benefited from that. So that's what you need to do. What are the trends? And one of the trends, of course, is AI, machine learning, brain sciences, neuroscience, the intersection of biology and computing. That's an amazing area for us, and this is going to transform every aspect of our life, every industry, every business. And when everything is getting changed, there's an opportunity to actually create new businesses, create new leadership, create new thought leaders, and create lots and lots of wealth, money.
which is a language I think everyone understands. The other way that you spend your money is, again, very interesting. You invest in a lot of startups, over 60, and some fascinating startups, from non-toxic foods to fintech. How would you suggest that a young person who has a big idea makes the pitch to you? What would it take for a young person to make the pitch for you to part with all that lovely money?
Well, we part only a little bit at a time, not a lot at a time, especially for startups. But the thing is, first is your idea innovative? Is it different? Is it something new? I think that's very, very important, because there's no point in repeating what has already been done, right? Second, how do you present that idea? Do you believe that this is going to change the world? This is going to create a huge business? All of us know that over time businesses will change. But at least when you pitch that idea, you need to believe that this is going to change the world, and you are the person who is going to drive that. You're going to spend the rest of your life making that into a reality. Third, you have to have a plan which seems credible, which seems plausible, which seems something that can be executed on. And you need a team, at least one other person, couple of people who will work with you. And one of the biggest challenges I have seen founders face is when they recruit the fourth employee, the fifth employee, because can you convince somebody to believe in your idea and get that person to come and work for you? Because startups can't pay much. So it has to be based on your passion and your ability to convert somebody to work for you. So these are the things that we look for when we fund a startup.